Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Week in Esports. I'm your host, as always, Brian Lubu Smalley, and this is your Week in Esports. Over the weekend, we had the North American LCS. Fantastic matches across the board. North American LCS, this was the Spring Split Finals. We're going to be going into MSI, which is the Mid-Season Invitational International Play. Echo Fox beat the living dog shit out of Clutch Gaming in what was the fastest set of 3 games ever in a best of 5. Boy, Hooney popped off. Hooney was like, I was on SKT. I don't have to put up with this shit in North America. And he picked all 4 of his teammates up on his shoulders and he ran down the street with them and he crushed Clutch Gaming. I feel for Clutch. It's a new organization. They're just now coming to the league. I mean, they got 4th place. They got that Team Liquid spot. Good on them for getting that far. They beat TSM. That's a huge win for them. But Echo Fox was upset about not getting 1st or 2nd. Hooney was upset about the whole situation, and he just decided to pop off SKT style and crush Clutch Gaming. So shout out to Echo Fox and Hooney on that one. And then following that, yesterday, Team Liquid went outside, got a switch, and Grandma beat the dog shit out of 100 Thieves. Team Liquid, led by doublelift, who has had some tragedy recently, came out swinging. They were on fire. I imagine a dramatic, well-lit scene in a locker room with the "Do It for Gipper" speech and all that. But man, those boys played their asses off, and 100 Thieves didn't make mistakes. But like Jesus Christ, watching that match was like watching Mike Tyson fight a child. It was rough. Team Liquid was just everywhere. It really felt like that team was on like a mind melt. Like all 5 of them were like Vulcaned up and just like all of them working together. It was insane. Some amazing League of Legends matches this past weekend. Even the EU was good. Even the European leagues were just fantastic. So if you get a chance, go back. It's Monday. No one at your job is going to give a shit or pay attention. And, check that highlight video out on LOL Esports on YouTube. Because, man, those matches are worth watching. It was fantastic. Also, Riot debuted a new game at the Miami Fillmore. It wasn't a real game. It was just another dumb beat-em-up side game, flash, whatever bullshit game. Because they've been working on a second game for 7 years and they still haven't come up with something good. So, go R&D. I'm proud of you. Moving on. In Bay. It's spelled like that, I guess. The NBA 2K League draft took place over the past week. The NBA is dedicated to a legitimate league. They drafted 108 players, which is, the holy star number, and they're gonna be having a 2K League. There's my Suikoden fans for that one. And they're gonna have a 2K League, and it's gonna be a ton of players playing against one another in teams, and it's a lot of money. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver was there. They've been putting so much money into this. They've got all the NBA sponsors on board, and they really want to be the first sports league for esports. They want to have a sports game that actually has a sports league. Madden has had one previously, as well as FIFA. However, their leagues tend to be smaller and they don't have as much draw. NBA 2K wants to put up League of Legends level numbers, and so it'll be really interesting to see if they're able to do that. I do wonder if they're going to bring in actual basketball casters to cast these games, or if they're going to have video game casters to cast these games. Because would a real basketball caster be offended by having to cast an NBA 2K game? Would they be like, oh, this is bullshit, I'm not casting digital versions of the characters I cast all day long. Plus, that's, this is their break. They're supposed to be on vacation right now. It'll be really interesting. I'm really excited. I think the NBA 2K League has a lot going for it. It has, like I said, sponsorship. Most of the NBA teams are like the biggest donors and investors in the League of Legends scene and the Overwatch scene. So they do have an understanding of esports already, and so I do think that they have an advantage over the other ones. Now, our big thing this week is Overwatch. Overwatch League was on some bullshit. That's the best way I can put it. Overwatch League was crazy. The New York XL crushed the London Spitfire, and if you remember, the London Spitfire was like the team to beat. And NYXL is on a rampage. They are stomping mud holes left and right, and that team looks exceptional for having the worst team name in the Overwatch League. Jesus. You just have to have NYXL. So you, Excelsior. Man, Stan Lee isn't even on your team. Cut that shit out. Meanwhile, my team, Houston, got whooped by Boston Uprising. Houston took a complete loss against the Boston Uprising. But there's a silver lining for someone. Dreamkazper of the Boston Uprising has been suspended indefinitely. Why? For allegedly engaging in sexual conversations with a 14-year-old girl that he knew was that age. Oh. Overwatch League has had a really fucking rough year. Overwatch League has had a phenomenally rough year. And it speaks to the amateurness and the naivety of the people managing these teams, that they let their players consistently make just not even talking about the severity of this one, which is a felony. These team managers and these people, this support staff is doing an abysmal job of controlling these players. The let the players do what they want mentality is bad, and it's not working, and it hasn't worked, and it's never worked in sports. Like, why do we think that esports players are somehow exempt from the kind of stupidity that we know all teenagers and people between 21 and 23 are capable of? You can't just do that. You gotta realize there's a problem. At the fourth or fifth racial slur out of a player, it's not a coincidence. At the 15th outburst or racist or sexist or homophobic statement, it's not a coincidence. Overwatch League is not gonna do well. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna be awesome if the team managers continue to let their players fuck up and fuck around. And it is mind-boggling that you would get a $25 million investment on your team as a person with a job in that organization, and then you're just going to squander it by letting people fucking ruin everything around you. How either you have insane job security or you are a blithering idiot, and I'm really inclined to lean on the latter because of the way you're letting players fuck up in public. Dreamkazper, I hope it's not true, but if it is, fuck you. Like, honestly, I don't have any sympathy for you if it's true, man. If it's true, I hope you never get to touch a computer ever again. Unfortunate. Overwatch League had some amazing games this weekend, even if my team lost. But it is every week embroiled in controversy, and I wish I could just have a week go by where Overwatch League is cool and everybody's cool and the games were great. I want to talk about Bridget and all the new skins and the new events, but this is an esports show, and currently your esports section fucking sucks. That's it. Hopefully next week will be better. NALCS will be waiting on the MSI to come up. We've got hopefully some Rocket League contenders matches that are coming up, so I'm excited about that. And maybe Overwatch can get its shit together for 7 days. We'll see. That's it for this week in esports. If you want to see more Week in Esports, please make sure to follow the page, like, subscribe on YouTube. Hit me up on Twitter at chef_LU_BU. And I will see y'all next week for next week's Week in Esports.